What is up, guys? It is Uncle Bob, and we are back here for more Secret of Mana, because it is the beginning of the end. Actually, I guess yesterday was. We started off our magic grind, and actually, No, I forgot. Level 8 is not as high as you can go in this. You can actually go to 89999999999. Should I do that? Since we're here, I'm actually going to look up. Oh, let me knock off my headphone that has my microphone on it. That's nice. Look at my other phone here real quick. Let me look up and see if there's a difference between Secret of Mana Magic at 899 is Secret of Mana Magic different at 8 and 899. All right, let's see. Do. Okay, so apparently it can actually change the animations. Is that worth it? Hold on. All right, sorry. One of the women came in and had to talk about possibly talking to some sort of lawyer about who knows about like shit about what's it called? Like dealing with landlords and shit and seeing if there is a okay. Starting off good already. Alright, looks like our timing is going to be off again. But yeah, what was that? Damn. Okay, so that kind of gives me a different animation, but it also kind of slows me down. That's kind of lame. I don't know if I like that. But our landlord just like, she accuses us of like lying about certain things, and it's just really annoying and really weird. Because now I'm not sure about the actual legalities of when you're renting a house as a tenant having to pay for your own repairs, because, you know, I could be an absolute idiot, but I was always under the impression that that was the whole point of renting, is that you're paying extra, but also then that means that repairs are not like incumbent upon you to do as the tenant. You know, that's what you pay the landlord for, is to do those sorts of things. But we I don't know if it was like when my son or my daughter were taking a bath, but a what's it called? A washcloth got stuck in the drain one time of the bathroom tub. And so it's like it does like crits, but I don't want it to do that. Oh god, that makes everything so much harder. But anyway, we our thing was clogged up, so she told us we had to repair it. So we got a plumber, and they had to cut open a part of the ceiling in order to get to the pipe, as they often do. All right, sorry, some of that got cut off. I thought somebody came in my room. Obviously, since I have my headphones on, it becomes a little hard to hear. But no, obviously the plumber had to cut open a bit of the ceiling to get to it, and we we did. And when they refixed the ceiling, I guess we just didn't it didn't get like sanded down necessarily in the same way. It didn't look smooth. You can tell it looks like there's like a patch there. And because there's I think I talked about this at some point. Oh God, no, 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 we're not doing this. I don't, I don't feel like doing this. We're just gonna go on with the regular old grinding. Get to level 8. Maybe it would just make like every magic attack I do like the crit, but we're, it's fine the way that it is. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Shoot this guy. But no, she was accusing us of because our toilet has a leak. And I had told her, I was like, yeah, just my stepson had told me he thought he saw some water coming out from under it, but we were in the midst of like cleaning up everything, getting ready for Christmas the next day, and I pretty much just told him that I'll take a look at it tomorrow, like I'll check it out. And oh no, I'm way too early. Fucking serious here, bro? But no, she basically accused us of trying to fix or hide the fact that there was a leak from the toilet, because she thought the giant spot on the ceiling was a leak, which it is not. It's just where the ceiling hadn't been quite like fixed up to look like the rest of the ceiling. And she accused us of trying to hide the fact that the toilet had been leaking, and we knew it. Even though I told her I knew it, I just hadn't investigated quite then for it. She tries to come in our house without giving us like the appropriate 24-hour notice. Talks in like a very demeaning attitude. It's just all sorts of shit. Damn. Oh, that's so nice. Especially by comparison. Miss the days where you couldn't just wipe those guys out. And like I guess my primary partner like even told her like, no, that's from when the washcloth was stuck in the pipe and you told us to get a repair guy to fix it. And she was like, oh well, no you didn't. There we go. What was it, Christmas Eve? Because I think landlords are only allowed to be over at your house like during normal business hours. And she like went there and was waiting for us to come home on Christmas Eve at like 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. Because she had done a showing where she was, obviously showing the house to a potential new tenant. And it was fine. We told her to go in. So it's like, what I tried to tell her is like, there's a giant spot on the ceiling. You think we're gonna like, that's a wet spot that we're gonna try to hide from you with as observant as you are about everything. So my brother-in-law knows somebody who deals with like landlord rentee type shit, and hopefully going to give us some advice as to what we might be able to do to kind of just for the last month get her to fuck off. And we think she was opening up dressers and closets while when they weren't supposed to be. And going through opening up and like tenant shit when you have no reason to, I definitely know is not something you're supposed to be doing. So like it's everything. She tries to come in without 24-hour notice. She'll take like one thing that like I did fuck up on and then try to extrapolate it into a whole bunch of other shit. She's just wild, is what it is. Like she makes a lot of comments about, I know like my family, we're not the neatest people in the world, but she'll like over exaggerate to the point where she'll be like, oh well, if you're gonna have the house this cluttered, then we're gonna have to evict you. And it's like, I don't know if you can necessarily do that. I don't think you can, because it's not like the any sort of mess that she would have seen. It's not like any of it was fucking like live garbage or anything like that. It would have been just like kids' toys in the living room and shit. Like, she's a fucking bitch. I can't stand her. I would be glad to have gotten rid of her. I pretty much just want like this lawyer's advice to be like, is there any way that we can get her to just like, just to fuck off? That's it. Just fuck off. Alright, all the rest of my stuff can be leveled up right in here. This is most glorious. This game always meant so much to me in my childhood, and I'm going to finally see the end of this game when I've never seen it before. That is an exciting thing for me. We'll have to go on the up. Or no, I gotta hit down on the D-pad, not up. At least I can stay in here and do all the rest of my magic grinding. Damn. Trying not to mess that up anymore, huh? I did hear somebody say, though, that for getting the weapon orbs, I did read on one of the, whatever, I don't know if it was an old school message board or like an like on one of the FAQ websites, but I did see some people claiming that using analyzer on boxes will raise your chances of it being a weapon orb. Now, I don't know how true that is. I guess we'll give it a shot. Master Roshi over here approving of my training. Just makes me glad to be moving out of this place in a month and some change and just not have to deal with her. I still don't know how we're going to fix a lot of our money problems when it comes to finding money for a new place. I don't know how we're going to do that yet. That part has not been figured out. Which is really unfortunate because, you know, I don't have much time to figure that out, unfortunately. Like I said, I need to talk to my dad about potentially getting a loan. Just asking if there's gonna ask if there's any steps I can take to make the process easier. Any options that I'm gonna be presented with on what might be like a safer option. Oh God, why are my feet itching? Wow, both of them like right on the heel. I know I still have my work boots on, but god damn. Yeah, ever since like we first moved here, like our landlord basically took like an attitude with us like, well, you guys shouldn't qualify. So I don't know if we should be even giving this to you, but we're going to give you a shot. And like they make it sound like they're doing us a favor while they make fucking more than $25,000 on us for the fucking year. They can eat my ass. And then my other partner, because she's she's Jewish. One of her parents is going to be basically giving us tips and tricks to basically just fuck over our landlord, essentially, is what she wants to do. And just make it so she can't really interact with us or anything like that. Just straight up not give her permission to enter unless she gives an exact 24 hours notice. And then remind her that and find the legal times that she's not allowed to be here from. So that way she's not doing bullshit like fucking waiting at our house at 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. And of course she's like, well, I came here to spend time with my family, not go to work. And it's like, then don't. You told us what you needed to tell us. Oh shit. Yeah, might as well save. What's the harm in it? She's just wild. And what really sucks is like before that, because of course, she managed to find it. She's like she's like under the assumption that like I guess we were gonna hide it from her. And there's a huge spot on the fucking ceiling. I'm like, I know you're in the military. You would have noticed a patch like this. I don't know how you thought that was going to be a water spot and thought we were just trying to pull one over on you. Hell, I mean, even earlier in the year when we had kind of run into like some money trouble when both of my kids had to go to the hospital within a week. And we were getting not a scholarship, that's not the right word, but my primary partner was going to be gifted money from almost like a charity organization within her work, where you say that you need help with certain bills and then you get allotted that like a certain amount of money towards those bills. And we were about to get like $800 for rent to help us out, and all the lady who was in charge of doing it wanted to do sorry, I'm trying to get Goon here in the perfect spot. Somehow that's actually a little faster. Oh my god, I don't like doing this. I hate having to use the sabers as... Alright, let's see how good of a spot that is right there. That's it, right there. But we had asked her for help. And like I even explained, like, our kids, both took independent trips to the hospital within a week for completely unrelated things. would you be able to just send an email to the, because since the money was going to my partner, we had to detail out because she didn't pay for rent through her name. I pay for it through my Zillow account. So, our Zillow account is linked up, or my Zillow account is linked up to my, my card information. So I'm able to, um, pay for my rent online through Zillow. And we basically had to detail that process in an email that, my girlfriend would have to take out the money, give it to me, put it into my bank so the money could be taken out of my bank from my Zillow account or through my Zillow account. And all we wanted was for our landlord to just clarify that with the lady who ran it, just send her an email. She was like, yeah, just have your landlord send me a quick email just confirming everything. And our landlord was just like, well, if you're having trouble paying for rent, just so you know, if rent is late, we're going to have to evict you guys. And like, she wouldn't help. She wouldn't send the email. She was just like, well, all the information you need is in the lease. And it's like, yes, it is. Come on now. And like, we even tried saying that to the lady, like, yeah, all she said is that like it's in the lease and that's what we can send you. And the lady, who's in charge of this organization, she was just like, well, I mean, we just wanted an email so it could be like more of a personal touch, so that way there was a little like human communication instead. And we were like, yeah, our landlord very clearly doesn't seem to care about any of that. I gotta wait for the sound. I'm so used to magic grinding be a visual thing with the sprites. Mm-hmm. Damn it. It's just one of those things where it's like, man, she really sucks. And it sucks because our last landlord was kind of like that, except he was much easier to deal with in person for the most part. I mean, we lived on his property for 4 years. He was much cooler. But, he gave us a house that was basically, it was all in its basically original condition. Like original cabinets, in the kitchen, drawers, floor, everything was basically all original. And, our landlord, when he got it from him, he basically, because the guy tried to play it, because when you say all original, it's a house, it's not a car. That doesn't up its value at all. You're not in a historical district. So our landlord was basically going to, while we lived there, because he ran his own, I think he was a deck builder is what he was. And he basically wanted to just remodel the entire house while we lived there. Just little bit by little bit. But because of the way his scheduling was, he basically would never give us a 24-hour notice. At least she's not like our landlord now, where she like always reminds us, like, well, just to remind you, I'm in the military, as if that's supposed to mean anything extra special to me. It's giving me a whole lot of like fuck the troop vibes. Not really, because my father's ex-military. But for her to be like using the fact that her and her husband are, active military is like some sort of, I don't know if it's some sort of like threat or warning. I don't know what it's. I think what it is to be like, we expect perfection in the way that things look. Which, like I said, is evident by the way that she even criticized like where the children's toys were because they were causing clutter. And they even said to let us know when we're on our way out so that way they can bring someone in and clean the house. And I was like, good, so that way we're not going to, because fuck them. Ain't no way I'm about to spend a shitload of time cleaning this house when you guys are about to clean it again. Now, obviously not leave it, like, destroyed or anything fucking whack like that. Like, I know owning a house is much more of a pain in the ass. You gotta deal with taxes and all of that shit. But, like, I'm telling you, bro, by comparison to renting, I would rather deal with any of the hardships that come. Because holy fuck. Granted, not right now, because in the state that I live, currently renting a house is actually a little bit cheaper than owning one. But also there's like supposedly like a housing crisis on the way, which means hopefully that'll make prices tank and will give us an easier chance of owning one. Nope, that's as good as it gets. Wah, 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 wah. Alright, this will be the last one I do. I'll do the rest next time. There we go. Save it up. Come on, talk to the old man. Jesus. Yeah, I can't stand her though. I'm ready to be out of this place. I'm ready for legit any other housing situation that I can get my hands on at this point. Especially because, I'm trying to move on and do other things with my life. And yeah, fuck it, bitch. I'll talk to you later, guys. Next time we finish up our grinding, because that $8.99 is not worth it. We're gonna get up to the 8, and then we'll probably do weapon grinding. At least what everybody has now. I don't know if we'll do it at the end, but we'll at least do weapon grinding, and then we will then we'll hit the, what's it called? Then we'll hit the mana fortress. And I think, like I said, since to get to the higher levels, it's probably just going to be, since it's just going to be one I guess it would be 1%. It would just go up 1% at a time. I guess going somewhere easy where I can just one, one would probably be the easiest. So I'm probably going to go to the beginning of the game where I can just kind of run around and kill things in a very quick succession. I don't want to be sitting there like hitting enemies 3 times for them to die. I want to be going somewhere one, one, one. So, yeah, we'll do that next time, guys. Peace.